This isn't gonna work well.
It's fun.
If you're thinking about getting into model railroading or you're already an addict, boy, do we have a project for you. In this episode, we get racked and lit. Starting right now. Hey, welcome to It's My Railroad, the how-to show for regular people. On this show, we celebrate the regular people building their model railroads because I'm just a regular guy building a model railroad, and I do that every week. Let's do something different. What do you want to do? I don't know. Hey, thank you for joining me today on It's My Railroad, the how-to show for regular people. On this show, we celebrate regular people building their model railroads. We sure have a lot of fun. A great community has been built around what we do here. So if you're into that sort of thing, why not just subscribe? And then don't forget to push that little bell icon. Hey, just before we really get going, I just wanted to stop and take a minute and say thank you to all the encouragement you guys showed from our previous episode, the debut of season 3. If you missed that episode, there's a link in the description. There's a card above my head that'll take you right there when this one's done. So you guys mean so much to Cindy, the First Lady of Model Railroading, and me, that I just had to stop and say thank you and Happy New Year to you. All right, rail fans, let's get into this. Today we are actually going to get some work done towards the new layout in the new hobby room. Of course, to do that, we're going to actually have to build. All right, rail fans, let's get into this. I got something on my teeth. It's bugging. Damn it, almost had it. That's what I decided to call it, by the way. The new hobby room, yay! Anyway, hey, before I can build a railroad down there, I've got to turn it into a hobby room, and that's what we got started on this week. I took some time off work, actually, to work on this because Christmas was intruding on my model railroad time. Don't tell my boss, okay? Oh, wait, I am the boss. Boom, easy enough. So anyway, enough joking around. Why don't we go down into the new hobby room right now? Hey, good morning, rail fans. It is bright and early on December 26th. We've got Christmas behind us. I've sort of gotten moved in here at the new place, and now it is time to get started on the new hobby room. Now, you guys know how excited I am to get this thing going, right? I've been like dreaming about this for like 3 months. Trying to get in here and get this done, but there's been too many other things happening. Well, we still have a lot of other things happening right now. As you can see, got a lot of cleanup and stuff to do in here to actually build the new empire. And I'm just gonna get started on it. Now listen, there's probably not gonna be a whole lot of things for you guys to see. It's just cleaning up and tearing down this racking and maybe putting up some new lighting. But I'll show you little bits here and there. And if anything exciting happens, I'll make sure and bring you up to speed. But I'm just going to start right now with getting this mirror back here out of here. Because the way the regular guy works, if I don't move the mirror out, I'm going to be sweeping it up later. You feel me? So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of here, and then we'll just go from there. Oh, have I told you how much I hate moving mirrors? I hate this. Oh, by the way, look what I got for Christmas. Boom! You know what I'm saying? We're gonna use this stuff in here, that's for sure. Well, that's a start. Got that stuff out of here. I think we should take a break. Just kidding. I'm gonna take all this racking that I took down previously, I'm gonna take it to the side of the house for ultimate disposal, and then we're gonna take this rack piece down. That ought to be fun. Make sure you stick around. Whatever. Okay, got all that crap out of here. Now we're gonna take this rack down. It's held together with a bunch of 1/4-20 nuts and bolts, and it's got some screws back here on an L bracket, kind of holding it to the wall. So we're just gonna start in with this right now by taking those screws off the wall. See that? See how that thing moved? That is a rickety set of racks, baby, but they're coming out anyway. What do we care? We're model railroaders. I'm getting on it. Yeah, that one's not even tight. I'm just doing this with my fingers. Actually, what I'm doing right now is taking this rack apart from this rack so I can tear this one apart. And so far, I don't need any tools to do it. Oh, what do you guys think of that? Oh, it's gonna fall down, I know it. Anyway, let's take it apart. You know, something just occurs to me as I'm doing this. When I took the other racks apart, I went ahead and just laid them down on the ground so I don't have to worry about them falling over. Let's lay them down on the ground. Oh, why reinvent the wheel to do this? Let's make that happen. Now, the problem with doing this is, see how it wants to do the old scissor action? If I don't do it right, we could lose a finger right here on international YouTube television. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh my God, though. I figured out how to speed this up, baby. I've got one of the extensions for my socket set in the drill with the socket on the end of it. This is gonna be awesome. Let's see what happens. Oh, hell yeah. All right, we're gonna make short order of this now, people. I'm loving this part of it. We're making some excellent progress right now, I must say myself. Ta-da! Rack one disassembled, gonna get it out of here, gonna do the rest of them. We might actually get to put some lighting in today. Boom, exciting stuff for me. I'm getting on it. Timber. So I got all the racking out, and you know what? This little thinger here, this socket U-joint thing on my drill, made it like a 2-hour job. The last time I did this, it was like all day. So boom, that gives us time to get some lighting done in here, I think today. So I'm gonna go ahead and run over to Lowe's, buy myself some lighting, and see if we can get some lighting going in here. And then after that, we can build a wall and then the bench work. We're almost there, people. Let's get on it. Okay, so I just got back from Lowe's after purchasing these Lithonia Lighting 4-foot LED wraparound light fixtures. They put out 4,500 lumens. It's got a 4K color, which is pretty nearly the white that we like on our models and stuff. And I've never installed one of these before, but I'm gonna toggle both those suckers right up in there. But let's open this up and see what's inside. Well, it looks like we might have to read the instructions a little bit, but it looks like we got some connectors here to connect the power and 2 long strips of LEDs. This looks pretty simple. One of the things I'm trying to pay attention to now, though, is the mounting holes, and there's one at this end and one at that end right in the center. So we can pretty much get a measurement for that and then know how we're going to hook that on to the ceiling. So first thing I need to do is take this one down and then we're gonna go from there. All right, so I went ahead and turned off the power to this light fixture right here. I'm gonna take the cover off and get the old lenses out, or the old lamps out. This thing's pretty much held up with just this one screw right here, which isn't so bueno. As a licensed electrician, I couldn't get away with that. Okay, with that light fixture down, I'm gonna mark out where I'm gonna put these lights. Now, I've decided that I want the edge of the light to be 1 foot away from the layout this way and 1 foot away from the layout this way. The layout's gonna be 2 feet deep back here, and it's 3 feet deep right here where the trains turn around. So that basically makes it easy that we come out 4 feet, which is 1 foot past 3, and make a little mark right there. And then we come out 3 feet, which is right there. That's where the first fixture is gonna go. Isn't that exciting? But to make this a little easier for me to do, I'm gonna string a line right down the center to make sure I get them lined up center. And I'm gonna presume this edge over here is a straight edge. And it's outside where the fixtures are. So I put a mark right here at 3 feet. I'm gonna drive a screw in there and tie a string to it after I do the same thing down at the other end, marking 3 feet off the wall. So I'm gonna go mark that down. I'll come back and see in a second. We'll pull that string and start hanging fixtures. Well, there you go. I got the string tied up there. I got my center line all the way down. This should be a relatively simple matter, just to measure where the holes are on the side of the fixture, screw it up. So let's get on that. From the edge of the fixture to the first hole is 2 inches. So if I want the edge of the fixture at 4 feet, 4 feet 2, I ought to get it right there. And then from there, it's 44.5 inches to the next one. I'm gonna drill a couple of holes in the drywall here real quick, make sure it's drywall. And then I'm gonna set some toggle bolts in the fixture, bring it up. Yay. Finally, and it seems pretty solid. That's cool. At some point I got electrical right here. I got to get out, around, and in to that end, but I think I'll hang the other fixture up for this row and then we'll see where we go from there. I have the first 2 fixtures up, mounted to the ceiling, and boy, was that a joy. The problem here, a couple things. One is the screw heads wanted to pop through the slots that for the mounting holes. So I just scrounged up some washers. I kind of made that work. And second thing is, earlier on when I was taking the racking out, I wasted the pad of my middle finger. And so it's really making it tough to work. But hey, guess what? That's what happens when you model railroad a regular guy way. So I think I could go up and put up this next fixture. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get the last fixture up over here and then we'll see about doing some wiring and flip these suckers on. I'm gonna go do that. I'll come back and see you when it's time to do the wiring. All the light fixtures are up. Time to make up some electrical. To do that, you'll see when we get back up there, we've got a fixture outlet box is what it's called. And it's flush mounted and I need to get the wiring from there to both fixtures. So I bought this extension ring, basically, that'll screw onto that box, and it's got knockouts in it that I can knock out, connect the connectors to, and run the MC cable, which I'll introduce to you in just a moment. So I'm gonna knock out a couple of these and get up there and mount this thing, and then we'll go from there. Well, it turns out my great idea, once I put this box up here, the holes don't line up, figures. So what I'm doing instead is I got these really long drywall screws, and I'm just gonna drive the screw through the box, right up into the box above it, and that's gonna hold it on there in perpetuity. And I ain't gonna be worried about it. Well, sometimes the look of the regular guy's not so bad. That screw caught a stud up there, and the other one's in the box above it. That box isn't going anywhere, so gonna knock out a couple holes, run some MC cable, make it happen. All right, rail fans, this I have in my hands is called MC cable. It is basically a metal flex that already has the wiring inside of it. We use this in commercial construction all the time. And I'm gonna use that for this application. And putting it in, you just sort of break it like that. Give it a half twist to get this little loop part out. Take my dikes, cut that piece out. It's got this plastic sheathing on it here. We take this and take it all the way out and cut it off. Then they got these connectors. Now some guys or some folks will just want to stuff that in there and call it a day, but there is a sharp edge on this, sharp edges everywhere with this metal stuff. And if we don't take the right precautions, what we end up doing is over time, vibration and stuff can work its way through the insulation and eventually cause a short, and you will have no idea where it is. So better safe than sorry. Take the extra step and use the right connectors to get it done. Open that little bridge up on that connector. Run it through. And then we clamp it down. We clamp it down onto the MC cable. But as I've said, I'm a licensed electrician. I'm very comfortable in this environment. If you are not a licensed electrician, consider getting someone to do it for you. And if you do it yourself and you blow something up, please don't blame me. Okay, my lawyers get enough from me as it is. Slide it into the knockout. Bring the lock nut up. Screwdriver, lineman's. I'm just gonna bang on that lock nut. That makes it tight. All right, so let's get over to the fixture here and do the same thing and make the fixture up. All right, little close up for you. Over here on the fixture, I'm gonna route this in kind of like this. I'll show you the routing when I'm done. In this case, this is where I broke the flex so I know where it's gonna connect, but I need some wire to make it up with. So we just go all the way down like that, cut that off. All right, so now I am reminded of why I do underground for a living electrically and not this crap. But anyway, that's the first whip. I'm gonna go through and do that for the rest of these, and then we'll make it up and flip the switch, see what happens. All right, well, the light fixtures are up, the cable is run, and I've made everything up upstairs. I didn't put everything back together yet because we need to make sure this all works before I button it all up. So it's getting a little dark other than my studio lighting here, so it's moment of truth time. Let's flip the switch and see what happens. Oops. Just kidding. That wasn't the switch. Watch this. Boom. Let there be light, people. That is the basic area lighting for the room. And I think it looks totally cool. It's like really bright in here. I only used 3 of these fixtures, so 2 of them are going back. Well, that is what I'm going to call a productive day, people. We got the racking down and out of here. Got the light fixtures up, got the cable ran, got them turned on, for crying out loud. It's daylight in here. It's totally cool. I still got to strap that cable up, put the covers on the fixtures, and clean all that up. And then after that, I'm hoping we're going to get started on some walls. Whoop, and back in the studio. That's pretty exciting stuff, right? We've got the racking out of there. We've got the lighting up, and whoo, now we can build some shelves and start cleaning it up. Bench work is just around the corner. Hey, listen, if you haven't done it, go ahead and subscribe. I don't want you to miss the next episode. It's going to be so exciting. Anyway, thank you again for joining me here on It's My Railroad. My name is Steve Brown. Rail on, my friends.